Hello, fine people. I'm. I have to inform you. I don't know if you are following Australia's news. There's a pretty important event or important announcement that came out today. Ricki is doing some other media today, so we have had to postpone until tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. So I can see lots of people jumping in. That's great. Hello Facebook and hello YouTube, everybody. Can you just let me know in the comments that you've actually heard this announcement? Ricki is unavailable, and that came up really short notice, only like an hour ago. We're going to do this tomorrow morning before everyone goes to Bunnings or before you head off to go bird watching. So don't worry. Or Ricki's fantastic artwork about Thornbills and whatnot, and some lovely sound recordings and some of our experiences when Thornbills will be on tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. So yeah, I'm really sorry that I can't kind of do it all on my own. So would you just let me know in the comments that you've heard and understood? Just a thumbs up or a yeah or a no worries or massively disappointing. I might also say it's probably not a bad thing because I got my 5th COVID booster yesterday, or my 5th shot overall, 4th booster I think, and I also got a Hep B injection, and I actually feel crappy as well. I've got a thumping headache from that, I think. So we'll be much better. Thank you, Greg, for letting me know that. Greg on Facebook. That's a new name, new face, I'm guessing, Greg. I hope you're following on Facebook, and if you're on Elon's Twitter or Mastodon, so you get the rest of, you get all the info and the notification. So if you're on Facebook, who else? We've got YouTubers. Anyone on YouTube actually paying attention? Who's here? Just let me know that you've actually understood the message. I'll just be updating the live page straight after this with a new link. It will actually be a new show, new notification, so you can you'll get those tomorrow morning. Welcome aboard, Greg. We always like to have new people in the chat. Greg, do you know what we call the chatters? It's be interesting to see how much lag we're getting. Or Greg might have already nicked off. Yeah. Aberfeldy, as in Aberfeldy down the line from me. Did you happen to be on a train yesterday by any chance, Greg? Being in Aberfeldy, Greg, we call the chat the Riot Squad because the collective noun for kookaburras is a riot. So I think once you're, I'm up in St Albans, Greg, and I was on a train that was stopped for several hours at West Footscray yesterday, and you can probably guess what caused that, and hundreds of police, and yeah, it was a. So it took me 6 hours to go and get my injections yesterday. Amazing stuff. But anyway, here we are. Hey, YouTube, what's going on? Why aren't I hearing from any of you? Have you got the sound turned down? Yeah, you must have. So, YouTube, I just want you to just make sure that you. Good. I'm glad you went on a train yesterday. Yeah, YouTube. Just let me know that you got the message, that you know that we're going to reschedule till tomorrow, so that you don't get narky at me when I stop this stream in a minute or so. Ricky's just actually just posted on Twitter saying she was meant to be here as well. So yeah, yeah. I might read the tweet. That might be interesting. What did she say? Come on, Twitter. I was meant to be appearing on the Bird Emergency live stream at 4 p.m. today to discuss this amazing clade of birds. However, the kerfuffle of world athletics intervened. I know priorities, but we will be doing our thing tomorrow at 11 a.m. See you there. And she's put a whole heap of pictures of Thornbills on there. So, yeah. Okay, well, I can see people are bailing out, but some are also still coming in. I just want to let you know, YouTube, we will be rescheduling this until 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Ricki is doing all sorts of national media. You may well see her on the news today, or you'll hear her on the. I know she's certainly going to be on SBS. Yeah. Is that Greg? Greg. This is something to talk about. Now, is that Atherton, Ashton, or Atherton Street Reserve? 15 years in Queensland. Where were you in Queensland? Very interested in that. I've lived in a few spots in Queensland myself. Antonio Street. Okay, yes. Okay, Greg. Yeah. I don't know. Hang on, Antonio. Afton, you mean Acton or Afton? Where's Afton? Greg, have you seen what we do with First Seen and Heard? Okay, I can see most people have got the message and bailed out, I think. So it's just you and me now, Greg. I know, people are still coming in. YouTube, welcome. New people just coming in. Unfortunately, Ricki is at the last minute not available for today's session. 11 a.m. tomorrow, we will do this. And I will replay it a number of times between now and the next session that we do with Ricki, which will be on Good Friday, funnily enough. Good. Greg, is First Seen and Heard what brought you in? I'm interested to know. Is that how you got to find out about the show? And have you dipped into the podcasts or the live streams on YouTube? Obviously, you're on this one on Facebook. Have you dipped into the back catalogue? There is many dozens of them. Yeah. Okay, Scarborough Beach. Nice. Nice. Have you got a favourite group of birds, Greg, that you're particularly interested in? Are you a long-time bird nerd? Always like to get the backstory. I'm starting as part of this. There's now a membership. There's Buy Me a Coffee so that I can offset the costs of actually producing the show. And I just found out about a new alternative to Patreon based in France, which is all about liberty. So we'll be we'll be opening up a few more opportunities for things to do, and that'll include voting for what I should be doing coming up, like nominate a bird person, suggest some research that I should follow up, and I'm going to. So there'll be like taking part in the voting, but at a higher tier, you'll be actually able to tell me something to do, and then I shall do it. Greg, I'm glad you found the podcasts. Actually, Greg, while I'm here, if you haven't listened to many, would you like to know the top 10? So it might give you an idea of where to start dipping in. I don't know. Just bear with me. So I'll go to my stats. Very close to another milestone. Okay, so you're a Shorebirds fan, so you will obviously know about Millie. Have I got my? Let me see. Have I got my brand up here? Yes, I'm sure you'll know about Millie. Oh, look, they're all coming in now. Hello to the latecomers, the newcomers. Unfortunately, Ricki is at the last minute unavailable, so we'll be doing the Thornbills session at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and then I'll replay it several times because I know that you may not be available in on the weekend, but then again, we think there might be many people who are available on the weekend. Okay, Greg, for your information, oh my God, this is astounding what the top two are. The top two are both bonus episodes. Monday with Grant, where the guest was Gregory Andrews, is number one all time. And considering that was only published a few months ago, that is an amazing effort. Number two is Achieving Degrowth with Martin Ty, another bonus episode. Number three is one of the old school episodes, which I did for World Parrot Day. It's the Kakapo recovery effort with Dr. Andrew Digby, and that's only a handful behind degrowth. Wow, this surprises me. Number four, Bird Strike in Asia and the Evolution of Pitters with Dr. David Tan, focusing on pitters, the Wallace line, the evolution of passerines, and focusing on Singapore and that part of the flyway. Then, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Number five, one of my favourites, and one of the oldies too, I think episode 9, Cat Young, Dr. Cat Young, part of the Difficult Birds team, and that was the episode on the 40-spotted pardalote, and that's from way back in 2020. Then another bonus episode, focusing on the urban powerful hours of Brisbane. That's when we interviewed Dr. Nick and Lucy about their photographic documenting of powerful hours in Brisbane. Then the next one, this one also surprises me. Hello, New Zealand, well done. The Aotearoa, or New Zealand Southern Dotterel. Then Migratory Birds of the Middle East. Wow, this one also surprises me with Yoav Perlman. Now, Yoav works with BirdLife Israel. And then number 9 is episode 1, Steph Burrell, which I titled Anti-Plastic Pollution Warrior and Seabird Fanatic. So that's how long I have been on the plastic pollution bandwagon. And then number 10, Aussie, well known and loved, Dr. Dave, ornithology lecturer at Charles Sturt University. And that title was Using Soundscapes for Habitat Restoration, with David Watson. And that is the top 10. So please do dip in and please, if you like the show, I haven't had a review for a long time. I never ask for them, but I probably should. What do I ask for them so infrequently. I'm not even sure what I've called them. I should set up a pretty link for them, shouldn't I? Greg, that's interesting. I'm hoping to be in Brisbane in a short while, and I might be looking for someone to take me up to Mount Cootha, because I certainly won't be hiring a car or anything. So if you would be willing to take me to your favourite places, I would love to know. Now let me see. Have I got? Just looking to see if I've got an easy link for reviews. I have coffee. Oh, I've got Chad. That's from Chad Criddle, but it's pretty funny talking about Chads these days. Register for trivia. I have to update that. Facebook, Kylie Soanes. No, I don't have one for review yet, so I might set that up. Yeah, so there we are, everyone. New people coming in. The reason that it's just me on the screen and I'm not joined with Ricki is something has come up. I'll actually read her tweet, so I'm not saying anything that Ricki didn't want me to say, because this is what she's tweeted today. So, yeah, this is from just a few minutes ago. Ricki tweets, I was meant to be appearing on the Bird Emergency live stream at 4 p.m. today to discuss this amazing clade of birds, the Acanthizina. Thornbills. However, the kerfuffle of world athletics intervened. I know, priorities. But we will be doing our thing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is daylight savings over by then? No, I think it's still Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow morning. I think it's the morning after that we go to Eastern Standard Time. So anyway, 11 a.m. when your clock says so. And that's why it's just my face here, and we won't be doing Thornbills now. I've had... oh, no. Greg, have you found a birdwatching buddy? If you haven't, or if you are interested in some places to go, I'll introduce you to some people if you like, and maybe we'll hang out somewhere. Stormy, H2 Rider, how are you? Now, Stormy, did you hear the announcement why Ricki's not here and why it's just my ugly mug? I've had to take a break from playing on the on the piano, on the grand piano there. So 11 a.m. tomorrow we're actually doing Thornbills, and I will replay it several times before Good Friday, which is our next, which will be the following session with Ricki. So here, so I'll read that tweet again from Ricki, which she only told me sort of an hour before we were due to go on, because she got contacted to do, at that time, an interview with SBS, and she'd been doing them all day. So Ricki said, I was meant to be appearing on the Bird Emergency live stream at 4 p.m. today to discuss this amazing clade of birds, the Thornbills. However, the kerfuffle of World Athletics intervened. I know, priorities. But we will be doing our thing tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's actually Eastern Daylight Time, I think. See you there. So there we go. See you there. Ah, yeah, New South Wales election tomorrow. It's your opportunity to kick some serious butt on behalf of koalas and every bird. Please make sure you do that, New South Wales. That would be great. Give the Liberals the same kind of hiding that we gave them here and the Nats, don't forget the Nats, that we gave them here. You've got some really good options with the Greens and animal justice, and I think, legalised pot and a few other. There's some really good teals and So do your thing, Greg. Greg, like the page on Facebook and send me a message there if that's your preferred social media, and I'll direct message you there, okay? And we'll see if we can do some novice bird watching and lift your skills if you're up to. Stormy, I am glad that you may be able to. You can go and get your democracy sausage between 8 and 10:30, and then come and check us out. And so yes, there are lots of choices. I mean, always make sure the Libs and the Nats are last. Nazis also right down there. All those loopy parties. I mean, I think even the shooters and the fishers have shown their true colours too of late. So great. Thanks, Greg. Are you on the phone at the moment? Are you typing on the phone? You seem to be having my kind of problem with the phone, which is fat thumb syndrome. Okay, everyone. We're 23 minutes in. I think everyone who was coming in will have seen this. I'll just update the live stream page, and there will be. I'll create a new session, so you'll all get the announcement or the notifications if you're following or liking or whatever it is you do. Subscribe. Actually, subscribe on YouTube. I'm steadily progressing to the point where I can use some other functionality which will help me stay in touch with people, and I do want to start doing more stuff for each platform. Unique stuff for each platform, because I'm finding that the people on different platforms have either different skill levels or interests, and I mean the point is to create stuff which you find interesting, entertaining. I've taken note of the criticism about my use of the F word, so for the podcasts I will have an amusing edit for that. I'm taking note of the criticisms, and I can't show you, but my whiteboard is now full again of a couple of hundred names. Bird people, conservation people, Canada, New Zealand, India, UK, Gregory again, nature-connected neighbourhoods, heaps of people who are in the news, some of the old favourites. What else have we got? Looking at some subjects like regenerative agriculture, some other interesting podcasters in the conservation and bird conservation, bird watching space, some of my favourite bird photographers. Tour Guide Thursday, I think we're kicking that off the 14th of sorry, the 13th of April, which will be after Easter. That'll be the day after the Next Dawn chorus. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a lot more stuff. And look, the stats on the podcast are telling me that people want the variety. Even though I was getting criticised, when are you going to get back into the bird stuff? Well, if I'm getting 5 times the listeners in a short period of time for issues stuff, well, I don't know. I don't know. I always want to do dead set bird stuff, but to be honest, since the pandemic has ended, it's so much harder to talk to a researcher because they're either out in the field doing the work and they're really busy, or they're writing up their thesis, which means they're really busy. So I don't think I've transgressed. I don't think people don't want to come on the show. I just think it's hard to line them up. But I'm keeping going. I mean, we've got what have we got? World Penguin Days coming up. That's actually on Anzac Day, so we'll hopefully have some penguin talk on World Penguin Day. Oh, in the chat, Stormy, tell me this. Greg, tell me this. My birthday falls this year on a Sunday, and I usually do nothing at all to mark my birthday. But how would you feel about me doing basically an all-day? I'm thinking I'd love to try and do 24 hours live stream where I just invite people in, really casual, and maybe mess around a bit. So a 24-hour or 12-hour birthday show where I would invite everyone who's ever been on the show and probably everyone I would like to interview. Now, being a Sunday, it's going to be difficult. It'll be a Saturday in some parts of the world. But would that interest you? Like you could have that on in the background instead of Netflix or something. Tell me, because I don't want to commit to doing 12 hours or 20 hours, 24 hours of live streaming. Of course, some of it will be me asleep while I play other episodes, while I have a cat nap. But would that be of any interest? I think it might be fun. Obviously, members and supporters will be invited to come along. Actually, we did a members show the other day with Stan. Actually, jumped in and told us a lot about Kangaroo Island, which was great, and his background, which was really interesting. Yeah, with Jess Anderson from Jess in the Wild, wildlife rescue professional, rehabber, from where was it? Was it Michigan? Was it Michigan? Or was it the state next door? I should remember. Anyway, up there, up in the northeast of the US. So Jess was great value. I'm having Jess on as a proper interview rather than just a fun one. Again, coming up. Trying to get James Pay talking about his work with the Tasmanian wedge-tailed eagles. It's about time I invited Dr. Swift Parrot on, I think, don't you think? I want to get Kat Young back, David Hamilton. That one will talk about mammals as well as birds, I think. I need to get Dave Watson back to talk about his work with mistletoe and how mistletoe are crucial to repairing, repopulating denuded landscapes. Yeah, Steph Burrell, got to get back. We got to talk to someone from Birds Caribbean, someone from Rainforest Reserves. Oh, there's so many. What else have we got up there? Some people who have written great books. Charlie Bingham from the UK. I want to talk with Eddie Lloyd, who was the one of the legal reps for violet cocoa, and we're going to talk about how governments have in Australia and around the world have tried to make the kind of protests that I went to when I was at uni things that are illegal. If they don't like what you're protesting about, they declare the place that the protest is going to be, a special area. Yeah, yeah. I think it might be fun, Greg. I see so many people doing it. I mean, for me, the whole reason of doing this is to surface the issues, and I I want to get to new people. So you're a new person. Stormy, so I don't forget, can you put that in a DM or something in the YouTube so that I can not forget it, and if you've actually got, if he's got a site or something, let me know so I can check it out. Yeah. Greg, have you got young people in your life who are becoming interested in conservation and really the specific issues around not only climate change but biodiversity loss, habitat loss? I really want to go down that line, but I don't want to bore people to death because, I mean, I'm always banging on about it, but if we just grab one more person every time we're doing a show, well, then we're winning. Well, maybe we're winning the war. I don't know. Cannot believe that my southern dotterel, New Zealand southern dotterel, is come in at number 7. That amazes me. But both Gregory and Martin Ty, Gregory Andrews and Martin Ty, that performance is staggering. And in the month they were released, Gregory Andrews was, where we go, Jan, Feb. So the month that it was released, he got the most. The month after, half as many. And then in the month after that, which is this month, 2/3 of what went out in the first month, which is amazing. And Martin's are almost the same. Actually, the month it was released, because it was the end of January, he got a quarter of what happened in February, and March has been pretty similar. Staggering numbers. So yeah, okay. 1 million turtles. Okay, let me write that down on one of my whiteboards. Dr. Rick Spencer, and what is it? 1 million turtles on YouTube. Is he Australian based or worldwide research or activist, Stormy? Okay, once it's on my whiteboard, it's there to be actioned. So, there we go. Okay. Good. Well, I think most people have nicked off, so I think they've caught the message. I'll see you all. Local Aussie, great. Okay. See you tomorrow, Greg, Stormy, all those who were here. Thanks for popping in. See you tomorrow.